afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back into the Nexus Gaming Series. We are here in our heroic division. On the left-hand side, we have LTK, No Time to Die. Starnes is going to be on the Nazebo. Soughton is going to be on the Genji. Ree is going to be on the Anduin. Dutch will be on that Kira, and Himbrick, no, Hi, I'm Brick is going to be on the Joanna. Over in the red, we got the members of Vendetta. We have got Lusmos on the Mei. Zalgo Jack will be on the Dehaka. Geo is going to be on that right wing. SCH, or Sush, I think is the other way you can say it, is going to be on the Lucio, and we've got Indigo Zap on that Vala, and we'll check out those level 1s, see what our first engagement looks like, as that is already taking place between these two teams. A little bit of multi-shot from Indigo Zap coming out, a little bit of a mix-up between Zalgo and Indigo either way. Proto, good to see you, my friend. Hello. I hope you're all having a wonderful Wednesday. Thanks for coming by. We're going to be casting some heroes and playing some Dead by Daylight later, but right now, we are in this heroic division matchup, checking things out, see how things go in our higher echelon of Heroes of the Storm. If you'd like to know more about the average MMR for these divisions, exclamation point NGS MMR will give you all the information you need, as a lot of damage goes into this Genji, but it's not enough to actually get a kill, and Ree is able to heal up a little bit as well for the members of LTK, No Time to Die. But our Vendetta crew is trying to put pressure in through the top lane. Mei is stepping forward, I think, to pick up a few gems. Does have the phase shift in from Brightwing, pops the cryo freeze, a little bit of blind onto the Genji, icing in from Mei as well, and it just pokes onto the enemy side. Back into our rotations into mid lane. We are going to continue to see those gems being picked up between both sides. And you know what we haven't checked out much is going to be the solo lane. I often talk about how much I love to kind of peek at the what I would call 4D, 5D, million D chess that these two players have to make. And as I say all of this and hype it up, it's just going to be Zalgo Jack rotating to mid to maybe make a play. Nazebo continuing to build up his Voodoo Ritual stacks. Also, those spiders being built up, the Widowmakers at level 1, 47 out of the 100 necessary for that. It's been pretty much the priority build for Nazebo players. We could see that level 4 talent where he can actually get additional Voodoo Ritual stacks by getting kills, but we'll have to see if that's going to be trumping what would be, I think it's Hex Crawlers at level 4. It's a very good talent as well. Just hanging out in this bottom lane as Zalgo Jack pushes things up. I think Dutch knows that the enemy team is on that Siege Giant camp in the bottommost of our map, and just going to be playing this as safe as possible. Playing towards the upper realm of this bottom lane, so that way they have a rotation disengage path, and they also are able to get closer to their gate. They know that there's a lot of members, they being the Kira, so playing safer in this bottom lane, as Tongue Drag will connect onto one. Lipa, Faith onto Genji, gets him out of that precarious situation, as some zombie walls block the Lucio from getting out. Genji trying to throw a few shuriken back into the enemy team. Multi-shots out from Indigo Zap, almost chunking this Genji, but he's able to back away, not taking too much damage, as Dutch in the bottom lane continues to work on these Siege Giants with a low Genji coming in. Seems like actually the grapple hook, it wasn't necessary, but I think maybe Dutch was a little nervous about the enemy team potentially rotating down to try and gank the Genji and Kira. Not the case, and we go back into our rotations. Vendetta has clear macro advantage. Golden, I would agree. Their wave clear is a little bit better, though. Between the Joanna and Nazebo, that's phenomenal wave clear, and you also have a nice priority onto the stacking of Nazebo. But it feels, yeah, like very much it's just that Joanna and Nazebo doing the vast majority of the soaking. Whereas Mei has great wave clear. Brightwing actually has phenomenal wave clear. Moderate to high wave clear. Indigo Zap, this Vala has, oh, well, we all know, wonderful wave clear. And then in the solo lane, I would say Dehaka definitely supersedes the Kira. And also, this Dehaka going into the Hero Stalker is going to allow him to have more PvP functionality into Dutch. And I wonder if we'll see the Feeding Frenzy at level 7 or Symbiosis, because Symbiosis pairs extremely well into Hero Stalker. You're getting cooldown reduction on your Dark Swarm by hitting enemy heroes, and then you also get Essence by hitting enemy heroes. So those two talents pair well together. First Blood, or excuse me,
First Blood.
We'll go over to the side of Vendetta, and our first Web Weaver phase does go over to our LTK, No Time to Die. We'll have to see. Will the team fight advantage, because I do have to say, Kira is pretty strong. Genji having that kind of finalized damage and reset potential with that Swift Strike, that can be extremely threatening into low health pool heroes like Brightwing, like the Lucio, like the Vala. But also, as I say this is double support for the side of Vendetta, so it's going to be hard for that burst ability to really find a kill with the phase shift available from Brightwing, as well as probably Sound Barrier or High Five from Lucio at 10. But we're not at 10s yet, and that is going to be Vala going down. She is multi-shot build, so no Gambit, Mortgage, Lone Talent stacks to lose. And this Webweaver phase will end with a little bit of siege into the front gates of all 3 lanes. Peeking back into the mid lane, the Zebo does have his level 1 finished out, and it is going to be that X-Crawler, excuse me, it's going to be that Spider build for this Nazebo player as they throw a few more out, getting some siege damage into that front gate of mid lane. So far, the members of LTK, No Time to Die, have a little bit of a advantage on the map. No structures down, but still lanes being pushed in and waves kind of winning out as a revolving Ooh, nice burrow. Tongue Drag will connect onto this, I think it was Kira. And there's actually going to be that symbiosis, as I was mentioning beforehand. Every time Dark Swarm damages an enemy, Hero reduces cooldown by 0.4 seconds. It's got such good synergy with Hero Stalker. I like the enhanced agility at level 1 for just the rotations to maybe rotate into mid to get a gank, or even just chase in, or disengage from an enemy side. Could have seen the tissue regeneration at level 1 as well. Be able to just be a little bit more of a beefy boy into the Kira, but it doesn't seem like Zalgo Jack is too worried about that beefiness with the double support that's available. Phase shift is probably a priority onto that. Dahaka for bottom lane as he needs it. Nothing crazy. I'm just skimming through talents as well to see if there's anything that really stands out. Boombox from Lucio, but that's not out of the ordinary. Mei is holding level 7 still, and I'm curious as to why it's going to be skating away. Okay, finally picked up just before we get into our 10s. And speaking of getting into those 10s, let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, as we haven't seen the damage healing experience yet in this best of 3 series between LTK, No Time to Die, and Vendetta in the red. Zalgo Jack really trying to turn in these 34 gems, but is just constantly being interrupted by the Genji. And that actually would be enough gems for their first turn-in on the side of Vendetta, but can they actually get said turn-in? This, as I said, Dahaka is constantly being zoned out of the bottom turn-in, and mid lane, Brightwing does go down, the double support not able to make the play. It is a high five Lucio, no Sound Barrier, big Slappy Ghost or the Ravenous Spirit from Starnes will be coming out, and I think that was what set up the kill into Brightwing. Also to note, Brightwing is going to be going into the Emerald Winds at level 10. We'll see at level 20, if we get to level 20, what that value can be. Are they going to be going for the, I blank on the name for level 20. Destructive Winds? That doesn't sound right. But either way, the Emerald Winds upgrade at level 20 basically gives you a 5-second cooldown, and they removed the increased mana cost, so you really can get some displacement value, and maybe that will be utilized to steal away a boss. We'll have to see what happens in that level 20 era, as turn availability exists on both sides. This could be the second turn-in for LTK No Time to Die, second overall in the game as well. Or will Vendetta get their first turn-in? We'll have to see as everything just continues out. Ice Ball. Avalanche going out from Mei, but it doesn't get the angle they're looking for. It doesn't catch anyone. And there will be the second Webweaver phase of the game going over to the side of LTK, No Time to Die. Will they get more siege value than the previous or the first one? That's the big question that I pose. Intensive wins. Thank you, Tireless Pro. Much appreciated. I was like, it's something wins. Destructive is not right. Alrighty, so 13 talents here slowly being achieved by LTK No Time to Die, as they have a little bit of an experience advantage from the double kill they've found so far, the 2 kills they've found so far. Chastise from Anduin won't connect through the top lane. Joanna comes in with a Condemn to try and pull in some of these minions, and the Mei has to icing away. Phase shift in from Brightwing will connect on to Mei, giving her a bit of shielding as well as a big boost in that HP. Chastise from Anduin not connecting onto the enemy side. Meanwhile, in bottom lane, Webweaver sieging in heavily, as well as the Nazebo. 80 stacks on said Nazebo right now, but that spider quest being done is a big factor in the PvP and PvE of said Nazebo. Chastise onto this Mei. She's got 55 gems. That is more than enough for a turn-in for the side of Vendetta, as Dahaka's got 49 gems, gonna be able to make it through the front gate of this keep before any sort of gank potential zombie wall will expire here. No Dead Rush, I believe. No. I believe Dead Rush is the level 7 talent. Sometimes we see that Dead Rush, but since spiders were buffed so much, or they're just kind of the hot priority in the meta. I think we're just seeing a lot of Spider full-on builds as 2 members on the side of Vendetta have enough for a turn-in. We can actually showcase the difference, or not the difference, who's holding what gems. 51 for Dahaka, 55 for the Mei, totaling out with a few onto the other friendly members at 125, and they have not gotten a first turn-in on the side of Vendetta. They need to find some sort of turn-in here. And they're looking for it. Zalgojack going for it. Light Bomb onto, I believe it was actually Anduin to try and dissuade the enemy side. But there will be the turn-in from Zalgojack, still with 21 gems. There's a world where I could actually see this being triple, like you could go back-to-back-to-back turn-ins for the side of Vendetta. If they can get these turn-ins, because there's been quite a long delay until they've been able to get this first turn-in on the Vendetta side. Dutch coming in with the revolving sweep, cancels it early, just poking on the enemy side. Avalanche from Mei kind of saves Ree in a sense, or it puts Anduin into an okay spot in front of their own fort front gate. And now I look through this mid lane as well as bottom. Bottom's fairly far pushed back. Top lane has a wave, so this mid lane is going to be cleared out without much value lost, or much structural value lost on the side of our LTK No Time to Die. Whereas, yeah, Dahaka's trying to push up bottom lane. Top lane should be the quick rotation priority. Nazebo sitting at 86 stacks. Oh, we should have done one of those Nazebo bets. Does he finish his stacks by the end of the game? If we have another Nazebo game, we'll do that later. Those are always fun. Those are always fun bets. Does Nazebo finish stacks? 14 to 13 in our levels. I also did not notice this, or not note this, excuse me, for the last 4 levels. Kira is unrelenting strikes. No final strike for her, no single line of damage. She's going to be going for that big AoE. And that can actually play super well into the zombie wall of Nazebo, the condemn of Joanna, pulling the enemies in and slowing them down from the Joanna as well. She's also got the condemned talent, so she's got movement speed, as well as, hold on, unrelenting strike comes out. Zalgojack interrupts it, puts it on a full cooldown. Light Bomb onto Genji with the Dragon Blade, diving to the backline. Emerald wins from Brightwing, but the unstoppable factor will allow this Genji to sit on top as this Dahaka's in the backline. Big Slappy goes to Annihilating Spirit, excuse me. Ravenous Spirit is going to put some pressure into the enemy side, but this is actually a lot of heroics traded for no real kills, unless Zalgojack actually goes down 30 gems to lose if this Dahaka's picked off. A few carnage little pokes onto Zalgo, but now Genji is in danger, but he's only got 3 gems. The biggest one is Hayam Rick, who has the vast majority of the gems for the friendly team. That was actually a really good heroic. Yeah, the Rain of Vengeance to cancel out the Unrelenting Strike. I'm really surprised that puts it on full cooldown. I'm surprised it doesn't throw it on a 10-second. Like when ETC starts to go like ding ding ding, you can hear that start of the ETC mosh. That puts it on 10 seconds, but hey, either way, I guess the wind-up starts the full cast, and we'll have another Webweaver phase over to the side of Vendetta. Let's actually jump onto that Vendetta vision and see how they're going to play this, as they do see a mid-lane camp come out. We were just watching our LTK No Time to Die members grabbing said camp. Dutch putting pressure onto Blusmos, Moss? How many variations can I come up with? All right, revolving sweep. Mei will cancel that out with her cryo freeze. There's going to be a Rain of Vengeance from Valis. Some shield glares from Hi, I'm Rick, as the friendly team on the left-hand side of the screen will work on clearing out the top lane Webweaver. Dahaka pushing up mid, but will try and jump in. Has a tongue drag onto Nazebo. There is going to be the Falling Sword unstoppable status from Hi, I'm Rick. There's 40 gems on this. Joanna, Light Bomb, Dragon Blade, Unrelenting Strike. The Unrelenting Strike is put on full cooldown once again with the Avalanche from the Mei. Brightwing tries to go for the Emerald Wind, but they are going to be taken out. 1 kill in this engagement. Genji looking for a reset into Indigo Zap. There will be a swift strike forward. Cleanse out from Lucia with the high 5. Chastise from Anduin won't connect. Hayam Rick chasing in the spiders, trying to help out. 400 HP for the Mei, but she pops the cryo freeze on the far side of the keep. Tongue drag onto the Kira will connect. Dutch is able to back away. It's just going to be a Brightwing going down, and the Webweaver through bottom will expire, taking down quite a bit of damage through bottom lane. It does damage applied to her mark at this point in silence, so Mephisto people would cancel it on purpose. Interesting. It does make sense, actually, yeah, that since it's dealing damage as it's going, so that makes sense. Because ETC Moshes, you know, you have that wind-up, so I was putting the wind-up of the Kira of this in the same category as Mosh, but they're categorically different. It's, as my dad would say, it's, you know, comparing apples to oranges. So Kira's so, I mean, if I was the Kira player, I'd be very annoyed with trying to get 2 unrelenting strikes off and they both get put on full CD. That's very annoying. Kira will try and dive in, uses the grappling hook, goes for the revolving sweep, but there, I said in theory there could be 3 Webweaver phases for this red team, and Vendetta will be able to get a 3rd one. They weren't back to back to back per se, but I mean, they were the last 3 in a row, so same in a sense. Hi, I'm Rick getting chunked to below 50%. As Lucio pushing off, maybe trying to apply pressure onto the Joanna, but she's able to play closer to the gate. No big deal whatsoever. I'm waiting to see what this Webweaver phase yields for Vendetta as it is descending into lane. Zalgo Jack maybe looking to step up, trying to get a tongue drag onto someone. Not going to find anyone out of position for that, so the siege will continue through top. Bottom lane, Nazeebo pushing out the waves, trying to build up those stacks. 131 stacks on Nazeebo, and we're nearing 16 minutes into the game with 20 talent tiers on the horizon. With said 20 talent tiers looming, let's go ahead and check out the other numbers once again. We saw them earlier in the game before 10s. Let's check out those stats, the healing, damaging experience, before we get to level 20. See what the jump in those numbers could be. As this is a push in through mid lane. Mei slowing down the Joanna, but it's really just tank v tank, so nothing really happens between the two of them, icing out from the Mei to disengage as this mid lane gets cleared. Bottom lane already cleared out by Nazeebo, who should be able to catch the wave and grab a few more stacks on the Vile Infection baseline. The question is, will they finish it? Will they go for the Voodoo Ritual? No, Vile Infection, excuse me, at level 20? Or is this going to be Annihilating Spirit? Only time will tell. It's okay. That Kira ult's only good at 20. But Dutch, I know you're the Kira player. Unrelenting strikes go burr. So it's always good. Since we have you in chat, were you annoyed by getting your ult canceled twice out like that, or did you kind of expect it? 'Cause I got you in chat. Let's do a, you know, chat interview. Oh dear lord, the dive, the blow up. Lucio goes down. That's a kill over to the side of LTK. No time to die. They've got the availability of a turn in as well. Rick, 50 gems. Zebo with 23. So it looks like Rick is okay with being the secondary turn in, wanting to get those gems off of Nazeebo. And it actually might have also been a delay to tap this camp. I'm not 100% sure. I wasn't looking in time. Both teams will actually grab camps on the left and the right side. But here comes a Webweaver phase just before 2020, closer, if not already here in a second, for the members of LTK. No time to die. And what do we have, Nazeebo? What are you taking? It's going to be Annihilating Spirit. Okay. Not going to be going for the Vile Infection at level 20. So those Voodoo Ritual stacks still, you know, you still have the baseline value of it, but not going to be having the damage over time increase in the next 15 stacks. You weren't. I was expecting the result. Lane's great. No bait. Okay, cool. Unrelenting Strike with the 20 talent tier upgrade. It is going to explode onto the enemy side. So does the Light Bomb. Nazeebo finds the kill onto the Vala. There will be an Emerald win from the Brightwing. A trade onto the Joanna. It's a 2-for-1 in favor for the side of LTK. No time to die, as Genji does have that Dragon Becomes Me, trying to get some of those swipes to keep that Dragon Blade activated, but the Dragon Becomes Me will expire, or the Dragon Blade will. Still a double kill. Vala and Brightwing dead for 40 to 30 some seconds, and this bottom lane keep will fall. Top lane fort shall fall. A lot of siege value for the members of LTK. No time to die. What are Vendetta able to do here? Are they able to save this keep through bottom? I don't have a lot of faith in that, especially seeing that we do have this Nazeebo throwing out Zombie Wall from time to time, and there could be a dive onto the Mei as she is she's exposed from any sort of keep protection. Unrelenting Strike, it is not going to connect onto Mei, but Genji still chases in, trying to make a play here. Not going to be able to do so. You just need one to connect. That is true. Just need one to connect. There have been some good ones. There have been some good ones ever since the level 20. What is it? Silent Killer. Hitting enemy heroes with Unrelenting Strikes silences them for 0.5 seconds and reduces its cooldown by 3 seconds. Get a couple ticks off of that, you can really, really get cooldown reduction onto your Unrelenting Strikes and pop it off quite a few times. I personally find that it is, and I know ARAMs are not, you know, the same thing as Storm League or even ranked games, or not ranked games, grassroots game or league games. But it just, Unrelenting Strikes go burr. It's the best talent. It's so much fun. Especially just in ARAMs, it's so much fun. You get people to group up, and it's just like, you just keep pressing the R button, and then no one exists, and then you win the game. That's what the other team does to me. ARAM is life. ARAMs are fun. ARAMs are very, very fun. 20's up on both sides. Looking just to see what we have for any sort of upgrades, like adaptation upgrade at level 20. Increase adaptation healing to 200% of the damage received and reduces cooldown by 40 seconds. Top lane Joanna. Rick is going to be fine popping the... Sorry, popping the Laws of Hope. I was doing the math in my head really quickly. They're at like 40%, if I'm not mistaken. Annihilating Spirit coming out, trying to slap its way through, but the Zebo will be canceled out. Still, the Joanna finds the kill into this Lucio as the big fight breaks out across the map. Right wing will go down. Indigo Zap trying to hearth away. Are they going to be scouted out? Not in time. Still, Boss will be tagged by the Genji. And this is going to be Boss through top lane. Webweaver's not available, but Dahaka looking to sneak in a turn in through bottom. Can Kira get here in time? Doesn't even look like she will be able to scout this out. And Zalgo gets those quite a few gems in. Now, Duchess here, but they do not want to overextend for this. Oh, wait, hold on. They still going. Unrelenting Strikes to maybe zone back the enemy team from stepping forward. Oh, no! The grappling hook just not hitting the side of that wall. The chase, though, did stall out the turn-in, so this is going to be turn-in non-existent for Vendetta side, as Boss will be pushed up a little bit by the Joanna. That was a really close. I do love ARAMs, pure curious. Yeah. Stanza, how you doing, bud? Good to see you. You having a good Wednesday? You staying safe out there? So, while I was looking at this bottom lane and trying to drink a little bit of tea, looks like the Mei does get her turn in, and Boss will confirm a secondary keep for the members of LTK No Time to Die. And the Red Webweavers descend far back in the top lane, actually just near the core itself. Mid lane's going to be about midway, bottom lane a little farther forward. Isn't that the new slogan for eHarmony? I don't know. I could not tell you. Genji using Swift Strike just to increase that distance and get away from the enemy side. 185 stacks on the Zebo. 50 stacks for the Joanna right now, which, if I'm not mistaken, that's like, what, 45%? Yeah. 45% of 6,227 HP scaling. Whew. It's a lot of healing over time for the Joanna. Little, like nearly 3,000 HP over 5 seconds. Something like that. Maybe 3,000. I'm sure the caster math is just short of it, since it's nearly 50%. Anyways, my simple math aside, mid lane is going to be going, is going to be cleared out. Top lane just below 50%. Bottom lane already cleared out by the Genji. Picks up a few gems as well. Speaking of gems, let's actually take a look at who's got what. Neither team has enough for a turn-in. We're probably somewhere in the 20 to 30 mark on either side. As top lane Webweaver is going to push up through this keep front gate. Vala will confirm the well, and that should be the full disengage from the members of Vendetta. I did not consider how many were already turned in. I forgot about that factor, so we do have actually a turn availability for the members of LTK No Time to Die, as they do have only 10 to turn in, 24 in the bank. Pocket on the bank. There's 55 in the bank. Genji on the camp on the left-hand side. Lucio checking. I think might see them going in for this. Follow with the multi-shot. Able to poke out. Sees that they're over here. This feels a little risky from our Vendetta crew. Will they actually go for this engagement? There's going to be an avalanche from the Mei, but it won't push the Genji too far out. The camp's already grabbed. Dahaka able to burrow away for a second to buy some time. Light bomb. Oh my god. Unrelenting strike. Slam jam onto the Lucio. Genji with the Dragon Blade trying to dash out and keep that Dragon Becomes Me active. Gets a few slashes on the enemy side, mounts up, and starts rushing towards core. We can see the pings coming out towards core. Dahaka brush stalking over to this right-hand side, maybe looking to get into the back line as the enemy side will be rushing through the lanes. Ree is in the back over here, so maybe Zalgojack can make a play. Doesn't actually go for it. Polymorph onto the Nazebo as a third keep is going to be confirmed. Another unrelenting strike onto the enemy side. It's going to be Mei this time, who takes a lot of that. Cryo Freeze will be utilized, as well as the level 20 Flash Freeze, so a little back-to-back availability on that ability. And Mei does survive, but no mana available. There's a lot of waves coming in towards this core. Bottom, actually just through mid lane, excuse me. I thought bottom was actually pushing up, but it's a little pushed back. Zalgojack taking quite a bit of damage. Pops the adaptation, does get the value. Cooldown reduction on that. We'll give it a 20-second cooldown, but the core is starting to fall. The damage is available, and it's looking like game number 1 is going to go over to the side of LTK. No time to die. They go up in our first best of 3 of the day, 1-0. Oh my god, there's a Foxington in my chat. Hi, Foxington. How are you doing today? How's today treating you, Baha? Today's pretty good. The stream started with one of those wonderful Spectrum failure things where I had to restart stream and then the audio didn't work and then I had to restart stream again. But yeah, otherwise we're doing great. We're doing good. Are you, Foxington, are you ready to panic and scream later on today? I actually didn't ask you about the time. I realize that now. We just talked about Wednesday. Oh no, sorry, I wasn't clear. Me panic and scream. We usually do it at 5 PDT, so that would be 7 CDT. 3 hours from now. I realized I never asked you about time. Oh, okay, as long as that's good. Oh, good. All right, let's bring it on back to Bandit and I. 213 stacks on the Zebo, if anyone was wondering at the end. All right, we have to get some Bandit pets in. We have to get set up for our next game. A good game number 1. Good game number 1. It was looking strong for the members of Vendetta, but then it just that turnaround, post 16. Just big turnaround. Pork chop with some pets as well. We can do that. Also, I believe there's a community boost going on as well. So if you'd like to just burn points, there is a community boost. So you could boost the stream, get us that higher viewership, whatever that means. Honestly, I have no idea half the time. All right, second map. Thank you, Wildfire, for the turbo time boost.
It's about
Ree, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Holy shit, thank you. Let me get the Bandit Pets in. Let me mark down that you have 5 gifted subs. Thank you. That's 5 raffle tickets for Ree. Actually, 6 in totality, because you've already used your Twitch Prime here. All right. I have a secondary post-it note thingy, so that way I can just note who's done multiple, so I can do those after stream. All right, let's get some Bandit Pets in, and then we will get into the next game. Thank you, everyone, for raising the funds. We have hit turbo time. Thank you, seriously, thank you. You actually got a couple members of your team. You actually got a lot of really good people in that 5. Thank you again, Ree, for the 5 gifted subs. All right, as I said, let's pet the good boy. Give him some double pets worth. Oh, hi. There you go. There you go. Oh, that's too good. They're all good people. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. All right, let me move this around. And I think we're ready to get into another game. Thank you all for boosting the stream. Thank you again for the gifted subs. Much appreciated. Let's go ahead and... oh, KPB, remind me after this game. So while we're setting up for... excuse me, after the series. After this series, we'll do it, okay? That way we can... While we're setting up for our next best of 3 series, we can go ahead and... excuse me. We can go ahead and do it in between series. Sorry. Game series. I always mix up those two terms. There is a Nazebo in this game. So let's go ahead and start a Twitch prediction. Do I have the previous one saved still? No. Okay. Does Naz end the game with 175 stacks? Yes. 175 or more? No. 174 or less. All right. There's a Nazebo in this game. I will show you that I will start this prediction right when we get into the game. So I will do the full intro NGS thing, and then I'll start the prediction just as we're getting in, okay? That way you can see the draft, and you can make some you can make your own educated guesses. This is going to be Infernal Shrines, so get your Twitch gambles ready. We're going to Infernal Shrines with a Nazebo, okay? All right, I will see you in game number 2, Infernal Shrines. Let's see who is going to take this. Will it be a 2-0, or will we head to map number 3? Let's find out in just a few. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Nexus Gaming Series Heroic Division. We've got LTK No Time to Die versus Vendetta. On the left-hand side, we have LTK No Time to Die. Dutch on the Imperius, Rick on the Joanna, Soughton on the Greymane, and Ree on the Anduin, and Sarns on the Tychus. Over in the red, we have got the members of Vendetta. Zalgojack is going to be on the Deathwing. Lesmos is going to be on the Nubrak. Geo is going to be on the, I believe, Uther. SCH is going to be on that Nazebo, and Indigo Zap will be on the Auric. I did not Dutchman because on the NGS website, the replay file is incorrect. So we'll see some Molten Flame from Zalgojack going to be coming out in this mid lane. There's going to be a few Fire Stomps out as well. Earth Shatters, if you will. First objective phase is going to be Mortar Shrine. Dutch is already up in the top lane. Indigo Zap is going to be matching into them on this Leoric, as we are going to have our core 4 rotations between each lane. And we'll see what's going to happen here. Oh, by the way, you got 30 seconds. Will Nazebo finish their stacks? If you'd like to get some gambling in on this double soak map, now's your time to get your betting in, ladies and gentlemen, because you have 20-some seconds to be able to get said voting in, as we have Stars going to be dashing away. Top lane is going to be having Indigo Zap versus Dutch, kind of having a little bit of a back and forth. Seems like Dutch is going to be doing fine, but both of them are going to be tapping well. And we jump back into our rotations. We have this Nazebo just being able to soak up, and he's got 23 stacks already, working well through those initial stacks on that baseline ability, as the camp is going to be invaded by the members of Vendetta, and they will be having a nice little invade. Gonna steal away the camp, but it doesn't find much value. No vision over the wall to be able to get the well priority, and looks like Tychus and Anduin are gonna be able to clear this out as Nazebo continues to rotate between lanes. No worries, Dutch. Yep. So 4. It's gonna be 4 up in a second here. It's not gonna be too far off. I mean, the experience is like half a level. Why is it so? Is it just missed waves so far? Yeah, okay, so it's just, sorry, it's just, the top bar was a little deceiving. I was like, there's no way they're half a level behind. They can't have missed that much experience from, like, a camp. So we'll see here. As I mentioned, Mortar Punisher, first Punisher of the game, and it is going to be Zalgojack on this Deathwing, finishing out the camp with the help of Geo. 35 stacks on said Nazebo, 0 on the Spiders, and there's that Blood Ritual. I was talking about this in the last game. Nazebo, takedowns grant 5 stacks of Voodoo Ritual. But also, that's the passive. If an enemy dies while poisoned by, Voodoo Ritual, restore 2% of Nazebo's maximum health and mana. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. 2% of what, though? That is the question here. 2% of 2,000? Okay. 2% of nearly 600? Okay. I dare not do that caster math. I have a number in my head, but I'm assuming it's incorrect. So while the players rotate up to the top lane, I'll get a little bit of tea right there. And Starn's going to be just holding bottom lane up against this Anubarak. 2% of milk? That's gross. What's wrong with 2% milk? I grew up on 2% milk. How you doing, Desert? Good to see you. I hope you're having a super Wednesday. Congratulations again on the job and everything. Good to hear. Glad to hear, my friend. Alrighty. Ooh, that's a really good Earth Shatter out from Zalgojack. Hey, hi, I'm Rick. I keep wanting to say him, Rick. Is going to be locked into the corner, but the Leap of Faith, no Kaimo Cleanse from Ree, as this is going to be a solid save from Anduin, and the objective phase going back over to the side of Vendetta for now. But it is 28-10, rising in favor of Vendetta, but this is so far a really good game number 2 in Infernal Shrines. Anubarak trying to step forward. Chastise goes out. There's going to be an Impale onto the ground. Dutch is going to be stepping in. There's another Molten Flame from Zalgojack, and constantly just Earth Shatter in this World Destroyer form. Not going to be going for the just the Onslaught and the AoE with the Incinerate in that Destroyer form. Excuse me. This is the World Breaker form, I believe. Mortar Punisher will go, though, over to the side of LTK, No Time to Die. Jumps over to Zalgojack, but it's the giant dragon, and we all know that Deathwing is not un-CCable, but the vast majority of CC does not work on him. Just Time Stop works on him, and that's really about it. We are going to be seeing in mid lane, though, Indigo Zap trying to back away. Rick and Dutch putting the pressure on. Is there going to be a Celestial Charge? No, I thought there was going to be a kill in mid, but no, the kill happens up in top lane. The Nexus Force is a little too OP, getting the kill into that Anubarak, and that was a solid
First Blood.
Over to the side of LTK, No Time to Die. What's the other 98%? Water. 2% milk, 98% water. Got the info today, dude. Oh, nice, nice, Desert. Hell yeah, dude. Unsweetened vanilla almond milk for my protein sakes, yummy. I've tried almond stuff. It's just, I don't know. I know it's like unsweetened and everything like that, but it's just weird. It makes my stomach hurt. It's almost like it's, I don't know. Oat milk? Oh my god, y'all are bougie. Y'all are bougie. I just drink lactose-free milk and be a heretic. And talents here arriving for both sides. As always, let's do our favorite thing. Let's check out some of the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like. Nazebo, 54 on the Spiders, 70-something on the baseline Voodoo Ritual stacks, as Indigo Zap is looking to apply pressure onto Rick. But the pressure is going to be reapplied on the enemy side with the Falling Sword coming through. Light Bomb will be there a little bit late, but actually, I think that was perfectly timed out. They went for the Anubarak afterwards, Condemned to pull him in, and almost finds the big burst necessary. This Nazebo getting body blocked quite heavily. Chastise won't connect. The grenade from Tychus is there, and the damage will solidify the kill into the Nazebo, as we did just see Dutch go for the Wrath of Angiers, the Sky Suplex, if you will. Gonna be a little short on trying to connect onto someone, and that'll be a full cooldown onto that, 69 seconds at the time. Mostly almonds use way too much water and grown in California. Oh. Huh. I never thought of that, actually, Simon. That's a really good point. Indigo Zap will drop the Entomb onto the enemy side, but that is going to be an Entomb that leads to his own burial, and that Leoric is going to go down to the gray main. Some Gazebo spiders being thrown out here and there, as we have some Molten Flame out from Zalgo Jack. We'll go ahead and check out some of those talents once again as we are finishing up looking at the KDA. Nazebo still building up that baseline Voodoo Ritual as well as those spiders. Those spiders are a big deal in my opinion. Light Bomb from anyone will be coming out once again as there's an Earth Shatter from Zalgo Jack trying to slow down CC the enemy team to set something up for the Anubrak and Uther, but it's just not available. And this will be the disengage. Zebo back into the rotation, looking for those stacks. It's important to get to the 175 mark. Thumbs up emoji, yeah. Also, Simon, I know you enjoy Dead by Daylight, so I'll be playing that later as well. We got a nice full survivor stack. It's gonna be me panicking with Foxington Day and Totski saving my ass, pretty much. Maybe we'll play some killer games before that as well. I was very generously gifted the Cenobite, the Hellraiser, and it is very fun, so maybe we'll play one of those. Thanks to Helen for giving that to us. You don't have a computer still, but you're what? Oh, I'm sorry to hear, bud. Soon TM. Oh, you know what, Simon? Just drive all the way to Tahoe. You can use my other computer, sure. We got room. Top lane being pushed in by Greymane as well as this camp. Indigo Zap clearing things out. And as I'm looking at the 1v1, I am missing out on the kill onto the Uther through the bottom lane. My assumption is Dutch got a solid Celestial charge, and there was enough burst ability from the friendly side to confirm that kill. That is probably what happened. As the Anubrak finds an impale into the enemy side, there will be a Wrath of Angiris. There's a Falling Sword as well. This Leoric is split from the friendly team. Leap of Faith to pull the Tychus into probably a better position, safer out of the full engagement. Rick going to be finding a Shield Glare too onto Indigo Zap, as that is a kill into this Leoric. Deathwing falling very low is going to get chunked by the Tychus. Nazebo does finish out those spiders, but have lost two friendly members, make it a solid
triple kill
over to the side of LTK. No time to die. Bottom lane camp pushing in, but that doesn't matter. That camp isn't even on the fort front gate, and this is going to be another Punisher over to the side of our LTK. No time to die. Dutch finding a, I want to assume, blind Celestial Charge into Anubrak. Maybe one of the beetles spawned from the bush. That doesn't matter. Arcane Punisher through bottom lane. I'm so sorry to hear that, Simon. It's like the worst, like, we live in a bad time to be needing a computer or computer parts. Like, oh man, I like, trying to build a computer at this time, it's just, it's such a, like, not buying a pre-built is such a hard place to, like, if you want to buy a pre-built, you're in a good spot, but if you want a custom build, it's such a hard spot to be in because the CPUs, GPUs, all of that is on such a limited availability, so it's just rough. Zalgo Jack gets chunked by the Greymane Curse Bolt, the Punisher jumping over, getting some decent damage into said Deathwing. The bottom lane siege continues, and I expect maybe Keep Front Gate to go down. I don't expect the members of LTK, No Time to Die, to continue to siege in through this bottom lane, and yes, they'll play it safe. Rick is going to get chunked heavily by Indigo Zap, forces the Falling Sword with the Entomb, excuse me. A solid, I want to point this out, a solid 2.5 level lead over to the side of LTK No Time to Die, as they have 16 to 13 in our levels, and the re-engage goes back into the members of Vendetta. There's a cocoon onto this Tychus. I saw the the Wrath of Angiris kind of charge from Dutch, but I didn't see anyone get nearby, so maybe it was a misplay, or maybe it was just I misread it completely. But Indigo Zap does go down on the Leoric, trying to back away. Greymane chasing in, has that Inner Beast active. You can see the Inner Beast availability because they're glowing paws or their weapons when they're in human form. In Worgen form, it's the not paws, but I guess I guess it's paws, sure. Claws, maybe claws is a better way to put it. Oh, Greymaine's keeping that inner beast active, doing a phenomenal job of that. There's that green glow still, but this bottom lane keep is being sieged through. Falling Sword from Janna will be utilized. There's going to be an Entomb once again. I can't believe how many Entombs we've had. Rick is going to get just melted by the Molten Flame. Commandeer Odin out once again. Light Bomb from Anduin, I think, was stopped shy of connecting onto the enemy side, but this Nubrak's going to get chunked. Bellowing Roar from Deathwing only connects onto the Anduin, pushing him towards the safe side on the left. But these spiders onto the Greymane. Oh, they expire before they get that last hit. 200 and something HP on the Greymane as he is able to mount up and get away. A siege, a fight, a very long engagement through bottom lane, and I would say still the members of LTK No Time to Die are in the lead on this. Hey, Codbar, how you doing? Thinking of getting the pre-built that I showed you? Just gonna wait for checks to go. Yeah, no, that's fair. I marinate chicken in buttermilk before frying it. Oh, yes, I have heard that's very good. In a lot of the Alton Brown recipes that I've watched, buttermilk is used for frying like chicken, and I want to try that. I've heard that gives it like, it's like that is the way to do it. By the way, also, welcome to my stream, everyone, where I just derail immediately and start talking about food or, you know, pre-built PCs. If you've never followed here, hope you do. Guandez Vasquez, I think is how you say your name. I'm very sorry if I murdered it. That is, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it during this game, but that Falling Sword from Joanna will be forced once again. Dutch is going to turn into this Leoric. Curse Bullet will connect onto Leoric, but there will be a Divine Shield to protect him. Light Bomb from Anduin will go out, but I think it actually misses. Indigo Zap. Ree so very low. The spiders are chasing. It's not enough damage. Anduin lives with a couple hundred, actually 100 and something HP. Next Punisher frozen mid lane. Who will be able to grab it? Late game, I feel like LTK No Time to Die has it. Yeah, I'm curious to see what happens. The big kind of X factor for me is Nazeebo. I know it's kind of a... He's just in such a strong spot in the meta that I wonder if Nazeebo finishing out those stacks, will it make a difference? I doubt we see the upgrade on Gargantuan, but you never know realistically. Imperius gets the Celestial Charge, but it's going to be canceled out. Doesn't matter. Imperius is going to slash and dash his way through the enemy side. Leoric will fall. So far, setting up a solid double kill for the side of LTK No Time to Die. This is a Nazeebo being chased in right now. The body blocking is pretty good. The Commandeer Odin poking out as well. And Deathwing throws out a Molten Flame. That conflagration value needs to be respected, and it will be, as this is going to be objective phase 1 once again over to the side of LTK No Time to Die. Welcome to ADD Hots Casting. Never know what topic, and we'll... Yeah, no, literally. Welcome to my channel, where I also will say something, chat will respond to me, and then I forget exactly what chat was responding to me about. Alright. 19 to 16 in our levels. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers to get an idea of what this looked like, as that is going to be... Oh, that was a Wrath of Injurious from Imperius. That's what you saw at the top of our screen. You can also note that there's going to be that cooldown on said Heroic. Punisher jumps over once again to the Deathwing. And no CC, because that is a Deathwing. He's a giant dragon, cannot be CC'd, as I mentioned before, unless you use like a Chromie Stop or something. Alrighty, we do have a little Earth Shatter as well from Zalgojak, just sewn back the enemy team. The Punisher locks down the keep through this mid lane. Tychus throwing out a grenade or two here and there. Light Bomb from Anduin will connect onto a few. There's a Cocoon onto Tychus to slow down the siege, but that doesn't matter. The Punisher finishes out the mid lane keep. Shots raining out onto the Joanna, but she pops the Falling Sword, is able to get away. A little bit of healing out from Anduin. Ree getting some good healing to the friendly team. Punisher jumping over once again, finding quite a few members with that, but that's a wonderful Molten Flame and Entomb. The Indestructible level 20 from Joanna will be procced. Anduin does go down. There's a Cataclysm across this screen, and Rick is getting low. Is there a kill into Joanna? No, but they still managed to find a solid triple kill for the members of Vendetta and save their core at 33%, 67% falling on said core. Joanna just took like 12k damage and lived. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, blessed be the Indestructible. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Voodoo Ritual. It's done. It's done. Doesn't matter if he picks a level 20. It's done. He's got the stacks. Well, hold on. I'm not going to finish out the prediction because actually he could go for that 20 where you remove stacks to be able to get basically self-cleanses and stuff. So let's hold on redeeming that one right now. Falling Sword from Joanna will come through, and it saves the Greymane. What a phenomenal play from Joanna to actually stop any sort of staggered out death. That would have been huge for the side of Vendetta. A nice shutdown from Joanna. And bottom lane fort, I believe, falls right there. Yeah. Top lane will be our next Punisher, Mortar Punisher, threatening straight onto a keep in favor of LTK No Time to Die, but on the Vendetta side, looking at a fort still, so a lot to be played there as the 20 talent tier is arriving. And we'll see what Nazeebo goes for. Is it the Vile Infection, or is it going to be the new kind of 20 where you remove stacks to get self-cleanse value? There's going to be the Chase into Leoric. The Wrath of Angiers is going to be shy from connecting. Dutch getting chunked quite heavily. Deathwing with the Skyfall value. And this will be mid lane cleared out naturally. Bottom lane, it's going to need a little bit of help, I would assume. Greymane needs to back off, trying to keep that inner beast active. A good game. A very good game so far. Fun to say the least. I'm having a blast with it. All right, Nubarak scouts out, does see that there is going to be a, I think it was a Tychus in the bush. All right, there it is. That's going to be the Vile Infection picked up at level 20, so he definitely will finish the game. So we'll finish out that bet once we get to the end of said game. Because right now, we're prepping for another Immortal phase to spawn here, and in that time, we're going to grab a camp on the left-hand side for LTK No Time to Die, mid lane being cleared out by Deathwing. Bottom lane still has a 1 Impaler with God. He's got to have 1 HP. 16 HP on that 1 Impaler through the bottom lane, and 20's up on both sides. We'll have to see how the team fight looks going into this, or during it. And you know what's the best thing to do during that? Let's check out everyone's favorite thing. It's time for some APM. Let's check out those actions per minute as we have our next Punisher phase popping up. Could be the final one of the game. Could be the big determining factor. Hello? What is this? Oops, sorry, wrong one. Are they really doing this right now? They're really doing this right now. Everyone's going to be Hearthing out. Joanna's trying to stop the backs, and it doesn't matter. The Punisher phase doesn't matter. They're going straight to core. Joanna's stalling as many backs as possible. And this core, it's going to fall. It's so anticlimactic, or maybe very climactic? As they get the core rush, that is going to be a backdoor to end the game. GG, well played, in favor for the side of LTK No Time to Die. Alrighty, Twitch prediction payouts. Does Nazeebo end the game with 175 stacks? Yes, he had 217. Payout has been made.